Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Witching Hour podcast. I'm your host, Sean Royce, and thank you guys for coming and sticking around with me. I have another great show tonight. I'm here talking about American Werewolf in London. John, why are you talking about American Werewolf in London, man? That movie is 44 years old today. That's right, folks. August 21st, 1981. So I'm here to celebrate the movie. All right, we'll show a little bit of love for it. It's a classic. Um, oh God, so much to say about this movie. This is one of my all-time favorite films. It is definitely a go-to. Yes, it is a horror. It is a comedy, and written and directed by John Landis, who is also best known for uh, National Lampoon's Animal House, The Blues Brothers, another one of my all-time favorite films, and Trading Places, Three Amigos, as well as Michael Jackson's infamous Thriller video. Um, so I'm not going to tell you guys all about the movie because if you haven't seen it by now after 44 fucking years, I doubt you're ever going to get around to it. But it is because of me talking about older films from when I grew up with that I am hoping to possibly inspire some of you younger, newer horror fans to check out things that are made without CGI and AI and some originality in storytelling and acting and all that other good shit that a lot of movies have actually lost over the years. So, real quickly, the basis of the story is two American backpackers, best of friends. David and Jack are backpacking across Europe, and they are attacked by a werewolf. Unfortunately, killing Jack and turning David into a werewolf upon full moons. So, with that being said, the two backpackers are backpacking. They come across the legendary, what's the name of it? Come on, the Slaughtered Lamb, where they go in for a pint. But they are very quickly shunned away by the locals in town. And yet the barmaid tells them to beware the moors. Stick to the roads, lads. Do they? No. As they're walking and walking and walking in the darkness, they realize they look down. Oh my God, where is the road? Oh my God, there's a full moon. All of a sudden, they start hearing an animal. They start hearing it getting closer and closer. And then out of nowhere, boom, Jack's down the ground getting torn to fucking shreds. David takes off running, comes back. Fuck, Jack. He's got to help him out. Townspeople shoot the alleged wild, large, rabid dog, as they reported it to the authorities. David is whisked off to England to a, sorry, that was my idiot cat falling off of a counter. Anyway, I wish the werewolf would grab him sometime. Um, David is whisked away where he has been unconscious in a hospital in England for a couple of days, week, two, three. I don't remember the exact time frame. Where he there meets actress Jenny Allgooder, who plays Alex, his nurse, his soon-to-be romance throughout the movie. I apologize. David and Jack. David is played by David Naughton. Wouldn't you like to be a Pepper too? Anyone? Anyone? Nope, not getting it. Okay. And Jack is was played by Griffin Dunn. A couple facts about the film. Um, as the romance progresses, Jack starts getting these really weird urges, and he starts really freaking out because all of a sudden he's also starting to see his late friend Jack appearing to him and talking to him. And every time he sees him, he looks more and more deformed. Um, from battle scars to looking like he's walking meatloaf to a skeleton. Um, and all while after he meets said people or said Jack in his new formation of decay, he's also accompanied with new bloody victims, victims that David has killed while becoming a werewolf. Now, this werewolf transformation scene in this film is iconic. It is legendary. In my personal opinion, it is probably the best special effect ever presented, at least in a horror film. No AI, no CGI. This stuff wasn't even thought of in 1981. And it holds up better than 99% of the movies that are brought to us today. Hands down, it stands tall. The film was released and it got so-so reviews. Um, it was given like an 8 out of 10, which wasn't bad, but they criticized John Landis for not knowing what to do. Was it a horror film? Was it a comedy? This was a groundbreaking film. There was no such thing at that time as, quote, a horror comedy. So much that when Universal, fun fact, Universal actually picked up the film and they wanted John Landis to cast, you're going to get a kick out of this one, Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi, because they saw the word comedy. Now, why those two in particular? Well, I'll tell you. Another fun fact, in filming, they had filmed a scene in Piccadilly Square at night, the big heavy traffic circle. Okay, well, no one had been allowed to film in that location for 15 years. Well, John Landis had just finished up with the Blues Brothers. Now you're catching on to why. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Um, Landis showed a screener of the film to over 300 United Kingdom metropolitan policemen. 300 people in one viewing. And they were so impressed with how Landis controlled and worked all the automobile chases and car crashes and so forth in the Blues Brothers inner city throughout the entire thing of Chicago. If you've never been there, it's a clusterfuck to walk, let alone drive. I do know this because I live there. So they, after seeing that, they were so overly impressed. They said, "Hey, you know what? Boom, have at it." Now, here was the kicker. You want to film? We're giving you permission. 2 nights, okay, between the hours of 1 and 4 a.m. That's it. And on top of that, they were not blocking off traffic 100%. They were giving them 2 to 3 minute increments to film. After that time was up, clear the set, let traffic keep going around. Could you fucking imagine? And with the car crashes, and of course the double-decker bus comes sliding, all while having this transformed werewolf walking through Piccadilly Square that had just come out of an adult movie theater because he had gotten trapped in there because that was the last place that Jack met with David in. Does anybody remember the movie? Anybody? Anybody? There was a long-standing joke about the film. No, they were watching an adult film, a porno. Yes. Was it real? No. Look this up. It's hysterical. The name of the film was called See You Next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday. CUNT. Never mind if you haven't caught on to it. Um, Jack, it's a full moon, and Jack's confronting him, and and David, you can see him. And this is what makes it funny because he's in a porno theater, and he's like, ah, and the usher walks down. He's like, dude, are you all right? He's like, yeah, go away. I got to be alone in a porn theater. I got to be by myself. I got to be alone. And he's moaning and yelling. Meanwhile, he's actually transforming under the full moon, and he does so, and they run out to the entrance of the theater, pull down the metal steel doors. You can hear him. He starts banging on the door, banging and banging and roaring to get out. And of course, he does so. And the whole film itself, from start to finish, is beautifully shot. Beautiful colors throughout the whole thing. David's transformation scene, again, like I said, hands down, by far the best I've ever seen. Um, and the score, no, not score. The songs that they used, David and Alex, she was his nurse, brings him home. He's so distraught, doesn't know what to do, blah, 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 blah. They kind of hit it off. And she leaves to go to work, and all of a sudden, Creedence Clearwater Revival's CCR's Bad Moon Rising starts playing. You get kind of a kick out of it. Those that are old and know the song, you understand why the song is being played. Bad Moon is rising, so he's transforming. And then they use, during the actual transformation scene that night in her apartment, he transforms, and he gets so hot, and his body is aching, and he strips out butt naked onto the floor, and the visuals and the audio from it, you can actually hear hair sprouting out of his body. You can hear his bones snapping in his vertebrae as they pop into place, giving him that. Anyway, it's amazing hearing him, the howls and the screams of him going through this. The subway tunnel scene, one of my absolute favorites. Just the way it was filmed. This movie deserves a happy fucking birthday. It really does. And I'm hoping that somebody out there is going to say, you know what, fuck it, man, I'm going to watch it tonight too. And it's a fun movie. It is lighthearted in the sense that it is comedy, not just one or two jokes over here, over there to say, yeah, we made it a comedy. There are funny things about it, but it's not a comedy in the sense of it's a spoof. Like, see the mask sitting here? It's not like Scream or anything of that nature. It is actually a horror movie. No, actually, Scream was a horror movie. Let me rephrase that. Um, all the parody movies, okay, that are made to be a comedy. Oh, and while we're at it, we're going to add a touch of horror to it. No, this is the perfect mixture. It's a great film. It's a great story. Um, Sad to say, they did make a sequel in '97 with the Werewolf in Paris, which was distributed by my favorite company, Disney. There it is. Every show, boys and girls. Today's magic word is Disney, and fuck you. Yes, for those of you first timers, I don't like Disney, not at all. Um, no, it was a total flop, total flop at the box office. Um, but in 2009, there started to have been talks of a remake. Finally, in 2016, Max Landis, son of John Landis, writer director of. Okay, pay attention. Come on. He actually considers it. Now, in 2017, on Twitter, if you remember, Twitter is now whatever. Is it even still up? I don't even know. Um, he actually confirmed on Twitter that he had a first draft of a script completely written. Now, later on that same year, Max has quite a few female um, people come out with social allegations. Allegedly, Max has sexually abused these women and so forth. I don't remember the allegations personally from reading about it in the news, but apparently it happened, and there has really been no other talks about it. And I'm glad. I really am. I don't care if it's your kid. I don't care if a John Landis himself wants to come back and make a sequel or a prequel or whatever the fuck they want to call it. This has to be left alone. It has to. You can't do anything else with it. Um, the dream sequences, I didn't mention that. While in the hospital, um, the blood is pumping through his veins, the new animal inside of him. There are dream sequences that are just awesome. I mean, amazing that he would never have normally, a home invasion of Nazi monsters at his family's house that just come in and just start destroying the whole house, killing his little brother, his mom, his dad. It shows David running through the woods, butt naked, becoming an animal and stalking down deer and destroying and devouring them, and just blood all over the place. And it's awesome. And even just the way it's done, it's awesome. I can't honestly think of one bad thing in the film that I don't have any dislikes to the film. I really don't. I think they could have made it a little bit longer, just a little bit. I think it ended kind of abruptly. The big climatic scene in Piccadilly Square. Spoilers here. You know what? The movie's 44 fucking years old. I'm allowed to give spoilers. I don't care. Because if you haven't seen it by now, chances are you're probably not going to. But Alex shows up. David, the wolf, has been trapped at the end of an alley. Police, guns everywhere. They've got him in sight. Alex rushes through. David, David, I love you. And she's weeping and she's crying and he growls. And then there's a close up of his eyes and they start to normalize just a little bit. And all of a sudden he growls and boom, boom. And then the last scene, not a dead werewolf in the ground, but is David. Holes all shot through him, lying there, butt naked. And of course, she's crying. And then the song kicks on. It's an old, it's a more of a doo-wop version of the song Blue Moon, as a matter of fact. But it ends on a very abruptly. It's bittersweet, and I understand how and why. I just thought it might have stretched out a little bit longer. But I remember the first time I saw this film. Um, I mean, it came out. Christ, I was 9 years old. Um, my father, who those of you who have been watching my show, especially recently, I've mentioned a lot about him when I've talked about older films, films that I've grown up with, films that he introduced me to. He was actually, uh, it was late at night downstairs in our den, watching this new thing called a cable channel. It's called HBO, and and he was watching it, and I could tell he's kind of getting a kick out of the movie. And he's like, "Yeah, come on up on the couch. Come sit up with me. You can watch the werewolf movie with me." It's like, all right. So I hopped up there, and yeah, I'm watching the gore and the parts he's tearing people apart in the park at dark, and wakes up in the zoo, and he run through running through a zoo naked with balloons in front of him, swiping an old lady's coat. I don't know. It works. It's perfect. It's funny. But my dad's watching my reactions, of course, because I'm 9 years old. I'm still little. I'm watching this movie, and then it gets to the see you next Tuesday, and of course I got a pillow over my head, and I slowly start looking over the pillow and looking at those great big anyway, and he's just looking at me, and I'm just smiling. Anyhow, a father and son moment. Um, but anyhow, so the film is very special to me, obviously because it is something that I did share again with my father, who has passed. He was a huge movie buff that got me where I am today with movies. Um, but yeah, anyhow, American Werewolf in London, 44 years old today, August 21st, born 1981 was its official release date. So I just want to take a second and wish the film a happy birthday, give you guys my thoughts on the movie, maybe inspire you to go get it off the shelf and go watch it. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere right now. If it is, it's probably on Amazon, and if you actually search for it, it's going to register that you searched for it, so now you got to pay for it. But if you scroll around and you're lucky enough to actually find it, then it'd be for free because Amazon. Anyway, that's what I got for you guys tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. I was a little bit back and forth on some parts, and I know that's nothing new. I get excited about certain titles, and this is one of them. Also, I do apologize. My actual good money microphone says it's plugged in and it's not working. So I've been having to record this show on a much less quality microphone, which is the microphone of the computer itself. So I do apologize if I sound like I've been talking into a cup the entire fucking show. But I do want to thank you guys for sticking around. I want to thank you guys for coming back. Please take the time, hit the subscribe button, share this. If you follow me already on social media, I thank you for that. Do me a favor, share my publications on your personal pages so that way your friends can hopefully see it and enjoy it, and maybe they'll follow along too. Yes, I am trying to get higher numbers, obviously. This is a labor of love. I'm not doing it to reach stardom and get famous or get rich quick because none of that shit's going to happen. But because it's a labor of love, I just want to be able to share this with as many people that are out there as possible. Um, Thank you again for sticking around. More great shows coming up. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Threads. That was the other one, not X, Threads. You can find me on all those platforms. And I definitely want to thank my sponsors, Hack of Hack's Horror Show, horror host, Hall of Famer, and newcomers, Mega City Media, uh, all the way across the pond. AMS, it's a beautiful thing. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Definitely look up Mega City, by the way, because they've got some great titles that they are always looking to help start distributing. But with that being said, you boys and girls, thanks for sticking around. Again, I've said that a million times already. I'm just very thankful and I'm grateful to see you guys. But anyhow, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go watch American Werewolf in London now. So have a great night. I'll see you guys soon. And that